What is up, everybody? Welcome to Peaches and Power Bombs. I am Majestic Marie. Over there is Alora Presley, and she is fixing her earphones, and that's all cool. We are just so excited to be here tonight. How are you doing?
Doing good. How are you doing?
I'm tired. I've had a little bit of a day today, but I'm excited to be here. Tired in a
Yes.
good way.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we kind of have a busy week. We got two major events going on this weekend. We covered Night of Champions on Tuesday. Today is Thursday. We've already seen Dynamite. Now it's time to talk about Double or Nothing.
Oh, yeah, it's really exciting. We may or may not have guests. We're not sure. They might pop in, they might not, but otherwise, it'll be the two of us gracing your presence. So, be thankful. If you're joining here with us, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Leave us a comment. We like to bring up comments. Like my good friend John over at My Music Corner, he says, "Good evening, ladies. I still wish I could be in Smyrna this week into the weekend." Yes, he's part of the DDP yoga community as well. I've been over there in Smyrna, there's some DDP yoga events going on this weekend. That's actually where my shirt is from, and it's been an exciting. It's going to be a really good time over there, so we're excited about that. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about AEW Double or Nothing. I have one question for you, Alora. Do you think that they're ready?
I don't know. I really
Ain't no way, chick. Ain't ready. There ain't no way, man. Ain't ready. Ain't no way y'all could possibly be ready. You can say you're ready as many times as you want. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Y'all boys ain't ready. There's no way, man. Talking about they anxious. You hear him, chick? Hey, talking about they losing sleep. They losing sleep, baby. Man, I've been getting the best sleep of my life. I've been snoring, baby. Snoring, I've been snoring. Dreaming about this ass.
the late great Jay Briscoe along with his brother Mark.
I
I
know.
love
We're
them.
about to talk about Mark here in a few minutes too. It's going to be interesting to see what happens over there. Uh
Lance from Geeking Out with Metal Geek couldn't be here tonight, but he's here to support the stream. Thank you.
well, you're still here with us. You're just not
Thank
on
you.
camera.
Yeah. He says he's found his reason to get into the pay per view this weekend.
Yep. Yeah, we're having a party. We're having a little get together on Sunday night, so
Okay.
we're pretty excited about it. Now, it's AEW, and there's really only one person who can open a show when it involves AEW. And that's Orange Cassidy, right? Because he opens every Dynamite. He his international championship is going to be on a line in a 21-man blackjack battle royal. 20 of the 21 people have been announced for this. I'm guessing the Joker card is not. I don't know who it is. I don't know if I really care.
But what if it's Ada Kingston?
Okay, if it's Eddie Kingston, I will
I would
care.
be happy too.
I don't know if it'll be Eddie Kingston or not. I'm not sure if he's quite there yet because he just had his surgery May 6th. So
Okay.
he has to be out for 6 weeks, I believe.
Oh,
He
okay.
did show
So
up
yeah,
at the he did show up at the New Japan pay-per-view a couple this past weekend to challenge someone for their next show in New Japan, but it was just a promo segment. But
oh, okay.
it was nice to see our boy on a wrestling promotion again. I've missed him a lot.
I missed him too.
Lance says, "Did you guys hear Collision is in Chicago? Certain someone will be there." Oh yeah, I'm sure. CM Punk will not be the wild card people though. They're not going to waste him on that. I don't know who it'll be. I just know that Orange Cassidy is probably going to beat 20 people all at once all by himself. Did
I
you
like Orange
see?
Cassidy, but I see where the gripe is, and I think he deserves better than those finishes he has and stuff because he could actually go if they let him.
They are letting him go. He's having like 15-minute matches every week, and he's winning. He's winning match after match after match against the entire roster. He's
Mhm.
kind of like the AEW's version of Roman Reigns.
I gotcha.
And like, I don't know if you noticed, but Wednesday night when he was facing what's his head from Aussie Open, I can't remember
Yeah.
his name. It escapes me. Orange Cassidy kicks out of 2 pile drivers and then a super Michinoku driver. I was
Oh, wow.
like,
Yeah, I saw that and I was like,
okay.
you gotta make it. I think it's just you gotta make it believable. Like,
Yeah.
after a sequence like that, you should be done for.
The guy he faced last night probably had about 30 pounds on him, so it was just odd. But
Mhm.
I will give them this. Whoever does end up beating Orange Cassidy for that title, it's going to be a big deal. So they're doing something right with that. I wish they would kind of do that with everybody else who wins titles, make it a big deal for them, to make that title mean something, but I don't know. They really like Orange Cassidy. All right.
Yeah,
Kyle
that's the
Fletcher, that
thing.
is it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Lance says he wants to see Orange Cassidy versus Naito or Suzuki. Can you imagine him to hit the kicks on Suzuki? Ooh, boy.
Murder Grandpa would not like that very much.
Mm-mm. He'd
Oh
probably be,
man.
what? Boy, you don't know who you're playing with. Oh, Ray All Day is here.
Help, ladies. Adam Cole is king.
I think he meant hello, ladies.
Oh, okay. I thought he was saying help because we were talking about Orange Cassidy and we know how much he loves him.
I know, right? But we got you, Ray All Day.
Yep, you better believe it. Adam Cole, baby. All right, so I think we've talked Orange Cassidy into the ground and we're ready to move on, right?
Mm-hmm. You think he's gonna win, or you think somebody else could win?
I can see him winning, but at the same time, I can see them kind of setting this up in order for him to lose the title without him getting pinned or
Okay.
something. I don't know.
Mhm.
Why they're like so gun ho on protecting Orange Cassidy, I don't know. But at least they're doing it with somebody, though. At least
Yeah,
they're
and
protecting
usually the
somebody.
joke when they bring the Joker in is somebody that's coming back from injury or something. So, there's that too. But I'm really at a loss as to who could be.
Yeah,
Um, so and unfortunately AEW I'm like least caught up on.
yeah.
So I'm kind of like I kind of understand what's going on, but there might be some pieces that I'm missing, but I'm just going to roll with it and
I know Jay White and Ricky Starks are in this match, but I kind of see them eliminating each other, though.
yeah, the further their feud. Um yeah, I was really hoping they would have one-on-one at Double or Nothing, but that's just the biased fangirl in me.
I know it. They've been tucked away on Rampage, and I haven't really seen much of what they've been doing lately. So,
Alrighty.
Lance says that Orange Cassidy's gonna win. Slim J is on Ring of Honor tonight. Big win for him. That's cool. I love Slim J. He says, Orange has to lose, please. Oh, so funny. Okay, let's move on. There was some interesting back and forth action going on with FTR. They were throwing the shade. Woo!
I am telling you, I mean, there was more shade than I don't know what. I mean, even I mean, every time they said something, I was like, it was like just as bad as the other, and I'm like, whoo, Jesus. Oh
Mhm.
my God, they went there. Oh, that was literally how it went down in Mikasa last night.
Talking about TNA and Dixie Carter and all
Woo!
of that mess.
Those are fighting words.
Yeah, then Mark Briscoe comes out there and he's had enough of everybody's mess. He's like, no.
I love how he pushed Karen Jarrett. That was so funny. I was like, yeah, she deserved that.
Yeah. Yeah. As far as this match goes, I really think that FTR needs to win. I don't know what would happen with Mark Briscoe and how he'll play a part in all of this.
Yeah, I think FTR is yeah, I see FTR winning here. Does Jeff Jarrett really need a tag team championship? No.
No.
I'd be all right with Jay Lethal having a tag team championship, but not Jeff Jarrett. But
I'm okay with Jeff Jarrett, and I'm okay with him tagging with Lethal, but I'm not okay with them being the ones to take the titles off of FTR.
okay, that makes
FTR
sense.
just got them too, so I want them to have a really nice lengthy title reign because they didn't get that last time. It's like they got it and then they turned around and gave them to the Bucks. So
Yeah.
I think it needs to stay with FTR for a little bit, and with Aussie Open, just signing with AEW recently, I would like something like that, Aussie Open versus FTR in the future. That would be really cool. The title picture, it used to be my favorite part of AEW, and I think it's still strong, but when they introduced the trios championships, I think it split the attention. And I don't know, I can't really neither one like really feels all that important anymore. So
Yeah. I think it's just got to be a matter of balance and yeah, and I'm not seeing that either. I mean, there's only so much you could do with 3-4 hours of television a week, not to mention Ring of Honor and their stuff.
right.
So it's a huge undertaking, and but still, I mean, it's pretty yeah, it's pretty tough.
Well, and
Um,
hopefully this new Saturday show it'll help because there'll be 2 more hours. So
yeah. Chris from the Straight Up Wrestling Show, yeah, they pulled no punches talking about FTR. No, they
yes,
didn't. Oof.
I love those guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably wearing my FTR shirt on Sunday.
I need to upgrade my wrestling shirts. Did you see the Bloodline shirt? How I did the t-shirt hack on it, like a halter top.
Oh, that's cool.
I was really scared. That was my first wrestling one I did, and I kind of messed up a little bit, but you would never know unless I showed you where it was. But it still needs a little mending, but I'm kind of scared to do it. But I'm definitely going to do more of those in the future because I get tired of wearing the same style t-shirt. I don't get them as much anymore because they're always black, and
Yes.
I have pets, so like hairs all over it. very rare do I get a shirt and it fits with the contour of my, woman figure. And
Mhm.
but there's this lady on TikTok. Her name is she runs a place called the Cracker Jack Shack, and she has a channel on YouTube, and she has a lot of t-shirt hacks, and a lot of them are no sew, and they're really really cute. So I'm definitely gonna try it more in the
The
future.
almost all of them are black, yes. That's why I got the FTR shirt because it's yellow.
Yeah. The last one I bought the last one I bought was the Bloodline shirt. That was an exception to the rule.
Right.
But when they had the custom tees there for a while, WWE, they had the custom tee site for a while. The man shirt, I had that in blue, and everybody
Mm,
always asked me, "How'd you do that?" Well, they had a custom tees website at the time.
yeah.
Chris
Yeah,
says,
that
"Get a white Uso shirt." I'm
I
not
don't
a
like
really
white.
yeah, I'm not either, but yeah, I definitely need to get another Uso shirt and chop it up too.
Okay. We'll move on to the next one. I think we're both in agreement that it's going to probably be FTR retaining. Um
Do you think Mark Briscoe is going to do the right thing here, or do you see?
they shouldn't turn him heel. My goodness, no.
I
I don't
agree.
know.
Well, you know how this goes.
I can see maybe them doing some him seeing the shenanigans between Jarrett and Lethal and finally saying, "Oh, no," on that,
Mhm.
but I would not turn him heel. Not yet.
No, I think it's too soon. But then again, we stranger things have happened.
Him. Who's gonna boo that man? Nobody.
No, right?
I'm not.
It's like he's
Uh,
all over the place. He's mad at everybody. Dude, I don't blame you. I'd be mad at everybody too. Like, get away from me.
I mean, if I saw him kick a dog, I'd be asking if the dog deserved it or not. I mean,
Right.
yes, Mark Briscoe needs to do some redneck kung fu on Jarrett and Lethal. Absolutely. Yes. Let's make that happen.
Yeah! 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 Yeah!
That would be awesome. Okay, since Ray is here, we have to talk about his favorite person, Chris Jericho.
That's Mina's favorite person.
We have an unsanctioned match between Adam Cole versus Chris Jericho, and I'm guessing that means that it's no disqualification, anything goes, lights out. They're not liable for what happens. And I like this feud between the two. I've actually enjoyed it for the most part, especially after Roderick Strong got in, and him and Jericho had this really cool Falls Count Anywhere match last week or the week before. One.
Yeah, I seen it. Now
It
that
was
I've
really
seen.
cool because most of the time they'll fight around the ring, but they'll still pin the person in the ring. He actually won the match outside.
Mhm.
So that was pretty cool that they did that. Um but I don't think I would have done this an unsanctioned match between the two on the same pay-per-view as what we're going to talk about in just a few minutes with the Anarchy in the Arena match.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was very smart, but I don't know. Adam Cole should win.
I agree.
If Jericho wins, then I guess it's continuing.
I would not contest that either.
I don't know. I'm getting a little tired of the Jericho Appreciation Society. I don't know.
I'm not tired of Jericho, just
No, not Jericho. Just I get frustrated with Jericho, but I'm not tired of Jericho because I think he still brings something to the table, you know.
oh yeah.
But I don't know. I think the whole JAS thing has played its part.
Yeah.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
match, the Jericho and Adam Cole has given me the reason to get the pay-per-view. I'm guessing that's what he means. More than likely.
Give me
It's going to be good.
Yeah. Let's see here. You might not have it. Oh yeah, you do. Just for old time's sake, because I haven't heard it in a while.
Oh, you got a problem with that, nerd? I'll throw a fireball in your face because I'm a wizard.
That's funny.
Wonder if he'll still be a wizard Sunday.
That show that clip debuted on was like a year ago, like yesterday or something. Or
oh, really? Dang.
Yes.
Yeah, how about Sabu being in Adam Cole's corner? I was pretty taken aback by that.
Yeah. I don't know why Sabu would freaking care, but you know.
It's funny because like he came on and I was what was I doing? I was playing on my phone. That's what I was doing, listening. And I completely missed Sabu and Dex. He was the mister. He was like, "You didn't see that?" I'm like, "What did I see? What?" And he was like, "You missed Sabu." I did, and it's funny because when Eric Nelson did his Stranglehold show a couple of years ago, I was at the commentary table with my brother and Ricky Silver, and Sabu walked right by me, and I had no idea. So it was kind of funny. Like I guess he probably could stand right in front of me, and I'd be like, it was just a funny correlation.
Well, we have something to talk about when we get offline. But
yeah.
Oh, Timothy is here. We're about to talk about her in a few minutes. Jamie Hayter is still the queen.
Chris says he thinks Sabu might need the money if you want to know the truth. Perhaps.
And you know what? If they want to give him a job, it's, you know, do it.
Yeah, who are we to say that you can't bring them in? But at the same time, you know, there's other people that, you know, could probably fill in, but you kind of want that surprise and wow factor, and I think this is what that was. And
yeah, and that's fine.
Bobby Fish is no longer there, and Kyle O'Reilly is still out with his injury. He just had surgery not long ago either. So
right.
You know, you kind of wanted something. I guess in this case, like you kind of wanted something that was going to get the crowd like, oh snap, you know, this is serious.
Oh, and that did that, because when he came out, I was like, oh, wait a minute, is that Sabu? So
yeah, I didn't rewind it, and then after the fact, I was just like, oh dang, I didn't see that coming.
I don't really remember too much from him because I was not allowed to watch ECW when I was little. Yeah. And then I never went back to it because the hardcore wrestling just was never my thing. So I didn't have any desire to. But I knew who he was, and I still got excited to see him, though. Yeah. He did. He was at the place that Dalton is from Swanton Pod is affiliated with. Applewood Championship, I believe. He just won their title.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. But yeah, I think we're pretty much in agreement that Adam Cole should win.
Timothy said he'd love to see House of Black on the card. I'm surprised they're not.
They might just haven't announced them. Maybe they're 0 hour or something.
Yeah. Yes, they did. Sabu and Jericho had a pretty fun match at an ECW event way back in the day. Yes, definitely some history there.
That's cool. I thought Taz was gonna like run off.
Oh boy. Yeah,
Taz
I
was like,
totally
"Oh,
missed
no.
that whole moment.
Nope,
Jesus
no."
Christ.
'Cause they
Jesus
had a
Lord.
huge thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. Just for you, Timothy, you showed up in time. The AEW Women's Championship, Jamie Hayter versus Tony Storm.
You know, haters gonna hate.
And apparently, Jamie Hayter I'll wait till she comes back on. Apparently, Jamie Hayter has been working-ish, hurt-ish. And so that might play a factor in this because I thought it was weird that they weren't doing like the big 6 women tag match at the pay-per-view because that's what they were building towards. And instead, we're getting this. And I'm sorry, Timothy, but if she's working hurt, then she's probably going to drop the title to Tony Storm so she can go take care of herself.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually have Tony Storm winning basically for that reason.
Yeah, and they could and too, they can always revisit when she's better, they can always revisit a rematch or whatever. Should she still have it and they're still feuding by then.
Right. And she's had the title since Full Gear. And she's
Okay.
had a decent little run. I know she hasn't defended it a whole lot because most of the focus has been on the Outcasts versus the OGs, but she's been right in the middle of it, so she hasn't been hiding in the background at least. So
Right. She's been on TV, and so
yep.
Nobody's forgotten about her.
No. John says, and Tony Khan was in the audience for that match with Jericho and Sabu. That's pretty
Small
cool.
world.
And Christina's here. She says, hello, ladies.
Hi.
And Tony Storm will win. It's a possibility. I say that, and Timothy just leaves. He's like, I ain't dealing with that mess.
Yeah, he's like, see ya. But like, we'll holla.
Well, next up is the most anticipated match on the whole card. Are you ready?
Yeah. Even Mina's like, no. No.
I didn't even know this was on the card until I looked it up. I was like, why does anybody want to see that?
Yeah, I didn't know it was on the card either.
I'm guessing it's Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, and Isaiah Cassidy versus Big Bill, Lee Moriarty, and whoever the other guy is. Ethan Page. That's right. Because if the Hardys win, Matt Hardy will own Ethan's contract. So they're doing the reverse thing.
I gotcha.
And then we get to see a whole bunch of nonsense if that happens. I don't care about this.
I don't either, unfortunately. Well, you got Cass too. What do they call him now?
Big Bill.
Big Bill. Yeah.
Yeah.
William Morrissey. There you go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's been on Rampage, so I don't know.
I got you.
And I know somebody has to be on Rampage, so you can't like fuss, but I don't know. I'm tired of the Hardys and the Firm. That's been going on for 10 billion years.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry guys, my allergies. I'm not doing coke or anything. Allergies messing with me.
It's fine. And it just keeps getting better. We had the TNT Championship in a ladder match with Wardlow versus Christian.
Well,
Common sense.
I want Wardlow to win, but you already know Luchasaurus is going to have a big part in this match.
Yes. Common sense says Wardlow.
Yes.
But they have done an excellent job of making Wardlow look horrible.
Yes. So we have already discussed that previously.
I'm like, he can't, every time I tell myself, well, it can't get any worse than this, it does. It does. And I think they booked themselves into a corner with this. And if this would have had a proper build, this would have been really great for Wardlow to go up against a veteran, such a great mind in wrestling as Christian. It would have been really great. But this was kind of thrown together. It doesn't really make all that much sense.
That don't make no sense.
And they've treated Wardlow so badly that it's like, I don't really trust them to do the right thing with Wardlow anymore. So I'm just like, I don't want to get invested in this because you're going to hurt my feelings. Hi, Mina.
Mina's like, acknowledge me. I am a princess. Look how pretty I am.
Christine is asking whatever happened to Enzo Amore. I loved him. I think he shows up on the indie scene periodically.
Yeah.
He's gotten really in shape too. And Chris says, we know you're drug free.
Yeah. Thank you.
And Christine says Christian will cheat and win.
I think it could go either way, actually, but we'll see.
There's no cheating in the ladder match. Quote unquote.
So you
say. Christian wins. And Christine is saying, hello, Mina. You are acknowledged.
Oh, she's sitting here right by me. Like, I've already made my appearance. I might make another one. I don't know.
All right.
It's like she knows. She knows. Like, even before I get in here to get set up and everything, she knows. Like, she stays on me, and I'm like, you know, today's the day.
Yep. Oh, she said true. Forgot it was a ladder match. I kind of well, no, I didn't because they announced it, but I forgot that the Adam Cole match was unsanctioned until I looked it up. Next up, we have the other ladies' title on the line, the TBS title with Jade Cargill versus Taya Valkyrie. This could go either way.
I agree.
Taya could take the title and maybe move Jade up into like a more of a main event story or something, because she's been kind of the lady story on Rampage since basically she got it, which it's funny because Rampage is on TNT.
And she has the TBS title. Who
And it's
else
never
does that?
Yeah, and then Wardlow has the TNT title, and he's never on Rampage, so he's always on TBS.
Oh, God. They kill me.
I know. It's like the Raw Women's Championship on SmackDown, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was alluding to.
And we're not even going to acknowledge that that's weird.
Yeah. This could go either way because I think it was last year. I really thought Athena was going to be the one to take the title off of Jade Cargill, give her her first loss, and that didn't happen. Taya Valkyrie is another big name that has, people know who she is, what she can do. She's nobody to laugh at whatsoever. She could very well end that straight for Jade Cargill. But we shall
And
see.
from what I've seen, they've actually done a pretty good job with these two girls. It's been on Rampage, so nobody sees it. But it's actually been a pretty good, decent build and storyline.
Good.
So I'm happy about that at least, because Jade for a while it was just like, oh yeah, I fight you,
Right.
boom, win. Let's move on to the next. All right, so this will probably be one of the main events for the night. Anarchy in the Arena.
Last year it was so fun.
I know.
I enjoyed it. Oh my God, it was so fun. And it's going to be even more fun this year.
I'm just sad I won't get to see an Eddie Kingston looking almost half dead carrying that gas can down the ramp.
Right.
Like, dang. that was an iconic picture. Like, I
there was
almost
no
got the
stopping
shirt.
him, man. I mean, he was ready to burn everything. Like,
Yep, and the only person who stopped him was I think it was Claudio kept him from. No, it was Danielson. Danielson kept him from going crazy. He was like, "Oh no, don't do that, man. That's going too far." And it's funny because now Danielson is in the Blackpool Combat Club. Well, he was last year too, but now they are the crazy ones and they want to be the ones to set stuff on fire. And during Moxley's promo last night, he said, "If you thought that we go too far on AEW, just wait until you see this match." So
oh boy.
I'm kind of like, oh gosh.
Sorry, Mina jumped up on the back of the chair and her claw accidentally went in my shoulder blade.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's why I was like.
So I'm guessing Kenny Omega is going to stick out his tongue at Jon Moxley and he's just going to start bleeding all over the place.
Oh boy.
We got to get it started off right. I really don't know who you would have win this though.
It could go either way, really. I think the Elite has a better chance of winning, but I really want BCC to win because I'm a BCC girl all the way.
Yeah. I kind of want to see them win too. I like them more than the Elite.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that this story has actually been more interesting than the main event story has.
I agree.
And I think that just chalks up to experience because you have Kenny Omega and you have Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson involved in this thing. So they know how to do that.
Page.
Yeah. MJF is really good, but he's still kind of new-ish. And then he's in there with like 3 like never before been in the main event spot ever deer in headlights guys. So although I think that they haven't done bad, and we'll talk about that in just a few minutes. Okay, we can do that, Chris. He says, just for old time's sake, Can we get a fight me soundbite? Maybe, I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna make you earn it. You have to say something horrendous about Eddie Kingston, and then I'll play it.
Well, all we have to do is wait for Sugar Shane to come on, and there you go.
I know, if he comes on. Yes, I am feeling better, thank you. And Christine agrees that the BCC should win.
I feel like BCC needs to win more. That's what I think, but
Chris says, I say the Elite because BCC needs to look weak. I don't know if they need to look weak right now.
I mean, they're I don't see why they would need to be looking weak, but
It's not like they're gonna win in a squash match or something. I mean, it's gonna be a battle. So they're not gonna, if they win, it's not gonna be easy.
hey, do you think they'll play Wild Thing like 5 times in a row in the arena like they did last time?
Right? Throughout
was
like
so
half the
funny.
match.
That was so funny to me. I was like, you know what? I really didn't mind it, even if it was a mishap, because it just felt like a bar fight. You know, you're just like, hey, this is all great. You know, and the music's playing. You're like, yeah, just keep it going. Just keep it going.
And has Don, I didn't get to listen to his promo last week. Did Don Callis actually align himself with the BCC, or did he just turn on Kenny Omega?
I think he just turned on Kenny Omega because I don't think I seen him last night.
Okay, I was wondering how in the world this fits into this whole thing. And I'm just wondering, you know what? I wonder if Don Callis will bring the Young Bucks onto his side and have the Young Bucks turn on Kenny Omega and then have the Elite kind of implode, and then it's the Young Bucks versus Omega and Hangman Page.
Yeah. Oh, I could definitely see that happening.
That would be good.
Okay, listen, you already crossed the line, and Savio Vega is like, my dude, you done got me.
Fight me! Fight me! Fight me! Fight me! Fight me! Don't fight me!
I think it needs to be played twice for Eddie's sake and Savio Vega's sake.
Fight me! Fight me! Fight me! Fight me! Fight me! Don't fight me!
You get it twice, dude.
I ain't gonna lie, I popped so hard when Savio showed up on Backlash. Oh my god.
That was exciting.
Oh, I loved him growing up. Loved him.
All right, so are you ready for the main event?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Too bad Tom's not with us.
I know.
The AEW title 4 Pillars match with MJF versus Sammy Guevara versus Jungle Boy Jack Perry versus Darby Allin. What do you think?
I think I think this is going to be a good showing, for the most part. I just want to. The one thing I really love about this build-up is the passion. All these guys came from somewhere. They have struggled with something, and sharing their personal stories, that meant so much to me, and like that really hit home. Especially, Darby. Darby was saying, people were telling him he wouldn't amount to nothing and this and this. And Sammy G, he was working at a Whataburger, and he's been posting like old pictures of him and his coworkers and stuff. And that really, like when you're when you're on a stage like this, and say like you're a singer or something like that, if you're on a big state, like a grandiose stage, and you see stuff like that where you came from, that really humbles you. And I think you know, this is like, hey, we were here too. You know, they've been putting in all the hard work and all that. Even Jack Perry, you know, I mean, yes, he was Luke Perry's son, but Jack Perry's put in his work too. I love the passion that comes from each guy on this one. I think that's my favorite thing about it, basically, where I am getting at. So I think MJF retains though because he's just that rat.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think this is going to be a really good match. I know this is going to be a big night for all of them, regardless.
I think so too. I like the fact that AEW is willing to give these guys a shot. Okay, let's see what you can do. Go out there and prove yourself. That type of thing. We're gonna give you the ball, run with it, see what comes up. And I think besides MJF, because I don't think that that's a fair comparison, but I think that Darby Allin has really shown in this whole thing. I think he's really stepped up to the plate.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Especially in
Darby.
promo work, he's been fantastic.
Girl, he's been sitting under that learning tree known as Sting. I know he has had tons of advice and tips.
Sting was never the greatest promo in the whole world, but there's still a lot of experience there. So yes, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And as far as just match quality goes, I don't know if you can get all that much better than this, to be honest.
Yeah, because each one of these guys have put on amazing matches in their own right. I mean, I remember, you know, I can recall, like, I'll sit there and be like, yeah, okay. And then they surprise me, and I'm like, oh, yeah, duh, I know they can do that. Why was I even thinking like that, you know?
MJF versus Darby Allin, their match that they had at All Out a couple years ago, is still my favorite AEW match that has happened.
Really? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like that one and CM Punk versus Eddie Kingston is like right there. I see MJF retaining though. I wouldn't take the title off of him quite yet. It has to be something. And I'm not saying that Sammy Guevara or Jungle Boy or Darby Allin is not big, but I think it has to wait until something monumental happens first. Right. We'll see. I think that this show is going to be better than what people are expecting.
Yes. Can't judge a book by its cover, that's for sure.
Nope.
I like the fact there's 2 women's matches on here.
Yeah. That's good.
Hopefully one after the other. Chris, go ahead.
Oh, I was just about to read the comments, so if that's what you were doing, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Me and Harry talked about this. We say Darby wins. It's a fair pick.
Yeah.
Because Darby's looked really great in this whole thing.
Yes, he has.
I mean, I wouldn't pull the plug on Darby quite yet. He's so young. But he definitely will be a future world champion. Christine just wants anybody else other than MJF.
Right.
We can't stand him. But Christine, it's MJF. And he is...
I'm better than you, and you know it.
I mean, can you argue with that? I guess you can, but...
I know, right?
That is true. It is so funny that she gets in on the kayfabe.
Oh,
she goes
I know.
all in.
I love it.
I'm like, that lady is awesome. I was like, I see where he gets it from now.
her and Sue both.
Yes. Sue bringing the best friends in and driving them into the arena in her minivan. Okay, honey, have a good night.
I love it.
Oh, it's so funny. All right. Well, do you know of anything else that we should talk about other than my phone being loud?
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think this is gonna be a good show. Like I said, I haven't really caught up completely on AEW lately, but I'm trying, and I know
It's
one
a
thing they
lot.
need to. Yeah, I know one thing they need to come back to Atlanta because I miss going, and like I was like kind of I knew the first location was going to be Chicago, and I was like, part of me was like, maybe they'll change it and say Atlanta and we could go. Of course not. We're not special enough.
No. Cody's not there anymore, so we're not special anymore.
Yeah, or Jacksonville. They could have did Jacksonville. I would have went to Jacksonville. Yeah, me and my good friend Salvador, he was talking about that. He was like, okay, if it wasn't Chicago, it could have been Jacksonville. They didn't have to do Chicago because they get everything. I was like, of course they get everything. I don't know why, but they
Yeah.
do.
They do. Because they
Stop.
want CM Punk to draw in that money, I guess.
Ugh.
Oh, I said his name.
Mm.
Everybody knows he's going to show up. Is this
Christine, oh, did you have fun on SmackDown? I did for the most part. I it turned out that it was a double show. I didn't know that at the time, and it said the show started at 6:45. My GPS screwed up on the way. I was already in Columbia when the GPS screwed up. I was going from I-20 to I-26, and it just, I don't know, discombobulated or whatever, and I eventually got back on track, and then it led me and a bunch of other people down a one-way street where there was cops at the end, and they made you get in the parking lot, back up, and go out, which was really dumb. So I didn't know that they had started SmackDown early to air it later, like your normal time at 8 o'clock. So I had missed the tribal chief acknowledge me. I probably missed the first probably 20 minutes of that SmackDown. I didn't find that out till after the show. I was very sad.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was very sad. I was like, it probably just wasn't meant to be. But maybe sometime soon you'll get a chance again, and you'll really show your butt and embarrass your nephew again, and everybody looks at you like you're crazy. but
That's
yeah,
the best part.
Yeah, so but overall we did have a good time. It was my first time in Columbia. I don't know if I'll go back to Columbia after all that, but time will have to pass for that one. But it was quite the trip to begin with. I really, really, really wanted to see Roman and do all that screaming and stuff. So for what it was worth, it was fun. Carrying across AJ Styles was really good. LWO and the Usos was a banger. I mean, oh god, that was such a good match. So there was good stuff. So I mean, it wasn't terrible, but yeah, I wished I wouldn't have missed them. So
that's sad, but we're glad that you didn't miss all of the show. So
yeah, there was a lot of people that were actually late. I mean, it wasn't like I was running in, the only person running in. I mean, there was a lot of people that were late to the show. And like I said, with the one-way street thing, that was so crazy. I'm like, I cannot believe the GPS would lead you down here. And then the cops were at the end waiting on you like, hey guys, y'all are dumb. It's like, just block it off.
Right.
Anywho.
Well, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. And we hope you enjoy the pay-per-view this weekend. WWE's Night of Champions on Saturday, and then AEW Double or Nothing on Sunday. If y'all choose to watch it, we hope you enjoy it. And make sure to like, share, subscribe, do all the things. Tell your friends that we are here. If they like wrestling, you know what? Annoy them even if they don't like wrestling. Just say, go and check those girls out because they're cool. But we appreciate you guys joining us tonight, and we will see you next time, and we will update the page for when our next shows and what we have going on in the coming weeks and months. We'll see y'all later. Bye. Good night, sweet peach. It's time to go. Good night, sweet peach. It's the end of the show. We hate to leave, but we really can't stay. So good night.